Do you think we're in a housing bubble? Here are 4 reasons why we're not. I'm Eve Metlis with Watson Realty with your Tuesday tip. So many people I speak to on a daily basis think we're in a housing bubble. I get it. Year-over-year home price appreciation is still in the double digits. However, today's market is very different than it was during the housing crash 15 years ago. Here are 4 reasons why today is nothing like last time. Number 1, houses are not unaffordable like they were during the housing boom. The affordability formula has 3 components: the price of the home, the wages earned by the purchaser, and the mortgage rate available at the time. Conventional lending standards says a purchaser should not spend more than 28% of their gross income on their mortgage payment. 15 years ago, prices were high, wages were low, and mortgage rates were over 6%. Today, prices are still high, wages have increased, and the mortgage rate, even after the recent spike, is still well below 6%. That means the average purchaser today pays less of their monthly income toward their mortgage payment than they did back then. Affordability isn't as strong as it was last year, but it's much better than it was during the boom. Here's a chart showing that difference. Number 2, mortgage standards were much more relaxed during the boom. During the housing bubble, it was much easier to get a mortgage than it is today. Buyers can still qualify for a mortgage with a low credit score, but they're considered riskier borrowers. Here's a graph showing the mortgage volume issued to purchasers with a credit score less than 620 during the housing boom, and that volume in the past 14 years since. Mortgage standards are nothing like they were last time. Purchasers that acquired a mortgage over the last decade are much more qualified. Number 3, the foreclosure situation is nothing like it was during the crash. The most obvious difference in the number of homeowners that were facing foreclosure after the housing bubble burst. Here are the numbers during the crash compared to today. There's no doubt the 2020 and 2021 numbers are impacted by the Forbearance program, which was created to help homeowners facing uncertainty during the pandemic. However, there are fewer than 800,000 homeowners left in the program today, and most of those will be able to work out a repayment plan with their banks. So why are there so few foreclosures now? Today, homeowners are equity rich, not tapped out. Prices have risen nicely over the last few years, leading to over 40% of homes in the country having more than 50% equity. But owners have not been tapping into it like the last time. With the average home equity now standing at $300,000, what happened last time won't happen today. And number 4, we don't have a surplus of homes on the market, we have a shortage. The supply of inventory needed to sustain a normal real estate market is approximately 6 months. Anything more than that is an overabundance and will cause prices to depreciate. Anything less than that is a shortage and will lead to continued price appreciation. As this graph shows, there were too many homes for sale from 2007 to 2010, many of which were short sales and foreclosures, and that caused prices to tumble. Today, there's a shortage of inventory, which is causing the acceleration of home values to continue. Inventory is nothing like the last time. Prices are rising because there's a healthy demand for home ownership. At the same time, there's a shortage of homes for sale. If you're worried that we're making the same mistakes that led to the housing crash, I'm hopeful this information has helped alleviate some of your concerns. That's today's Tuesday tip.